you ever been trying to beat this super annoying map on Chimps and you constantly keep on dying in random parts of the game, even though you think your strategy is very good? This can happen a lot, and even though you might have a really strong strategy that works, there's a lot of parts of your strategy that may be inconsistent or not properly glued together, which makes it fail a lot. And this is a really easy thing to fix by planning out your strategy, and this will make getting these black borders, especially on these kind of annoying maps, really easy to do. This is the 5th part to a 5-part series where I am showing you how to black border every single map. If you have not seen the other first 4 parts, I definitely recommend checking them out, and I will give a link to all of the episodes in the description. So first, when you're coming up with a strategy, you're going to want to test it to make sure it actually works. There are many ways that you can do this, and the 2 ways that I'm going to be showing you is Challenge Editor and Sandbox. So for Sandbox, you're just going to go to Hard Standard mode and make sure our monkey knowledge is off, and then we can use the right amount of cash that we would get per the round that we're testing. You can find this with the Quincy bot. I'll show you how to use that in a bit. And then what I am going to do is place down the towers that I'm going to use, and I usually like to leave a little bit extra because there are some towers that you'd have to buy in the early game, like some random free darts and some snipers just for early game. And then I can use the Quincy bot also to find out what level my hero would be, and then I can test the rounds. So right here I'm testing the setup against round 98, 99, and 100, and I will be changing some things around to make sure I can get it to consistently work. If you're going to be doing a whole strategy from scratch, you probably want to test a lot more rounds than just these 3 rounds. There are some rounds that you might have to test in the early game, like 40, 63, 75. So you want to make sure that it will work at all parts of the game, and that will make sure that you know that your strategy has enough power to beat the entire game. And then what we'd have to find is in Challenge Editor mode, we can see if the strategy can come all together and you can afford all the things that you want to afford by each time. So what we can do is that we can go into Challenge Editor mode and do that. In order to find all of the money and the stats, you use the Cyber Quincy bot. I have this in my Discord, and I will put a link to my Discord server in the first pinned comment with all the other parts of the series. And this is very good because it allows you to find all the money, what hero level your hero will be, and a lot of other stats on all the towers. It's very useful, and that will help you out. So the next thing that you can do that helps out is make a lot of notes on what you're going to do each round, so that if you ever need help to see or remember what you did, you can do that. So now this is a game of Challenge Editor. You can go to this by hitting the Create Challenge, and then you can create a challenge that is just standard Chimps. Everything is set to default and what it would be in a regular game of Chimps, and then you just have it 6 to 100. And the great thing about this is that you can restart rounds when you are about to die. This is what we use in Chimps challenges, but you can also use this for trying to test if there's your strategy will work for black borders. So we can see that the start and sub goes all the way to round 10, and then it dies on round, or what is it, round 9, and then it dies on round 9, so you have to get a sniper, and then this setup will die on round 10, so you have to spend a little bit more cash. This is very good because it allows you to see how far you can get without spending cash, which allows you to improve your strategy by giving you big save ups. And if you watch all the other parts of the series, you should know this. So now that you've tested your strategy in Sandbox, you can just run straight through it in Challenge Editor, see the hard rounds. You can make notes of it too, and you can also make notes of the build order. And after that, it's all tested and done. You should be able to go right into it with a black border and hopefully get it first try. This makes things much, much, much easier, because instead of aimlessly trying over and over again every time you die, the Challenge Editor and Sandbox testing makes it so that you know what strategy will win, and if your strategy has flaws, you know that you're going to be saving a lot of time by doing this instead of just going straight into it and dying a lot. So now with that, you will be able to do these a lot easier and a lot more efficiently. If you want to know some strategies, I do have a bunch of videos with like particular strategies. Some of them might be a little outdated, but a lot of them still work, and I have a playlist on that on my channel, so you can check that out if you want. But a lot of times I do recommend just playing around and see what towers are good and if you can get something to work, because the strategy that I ended up testing out here is a very unique strategy, and it's with the Churchill and the Energizer, which you don't see a lot. So I'm going to be going through the whole run right here in a real game of Chimps. I'll put on some music and you can sit around if you want to. But anyways, good luck, and I hope this helps you out. If you have any other questions or want to use the bots that I showed in the video, you can join the Discord server, which will be in the first pinned comment, and I can help you out with any of that. Anyways, goodbye.